My beloved soul, today, I want you to notice something that may have gone unnoticed. You have been a seeker. With a sincere heart and a thirsty soul, you have searched for something more in your life, a deeper meaning, a more lasting peace, a joy that does not depend on circumstances. You have looked to the horizon of your days, waiting for a sign, for an answer, for a missing piece in the puzzle of your existence. You have strived, you have fought, you have tried to assemble the pieces you have in hand, but the final image always seems incomplete, and a subtle frustration has been your silent companion. You wonder if you are doing something wrong, if you missed an instruction, if I am silent. What I am about to unveil to you next can transform your life, because I came today to tell you that your search has ended, not because you found what you were looking for, but because you are about to understand that what you were looking for was never lost. What I always wanted to show you was not an object to be found, but a truth to be perceived. You have been looking for a treasure in distant lands, without realizing it was always buried in your own garden. Your journey was not outward, it was inward. And today, your long excavation comes to an end. Today, your shovel of perseverance will hit something solid, something that shines. Today, you will understand. This message is not a new clue for your search. It is the revealed treasure map. It is the key that opens the chest. And what is inside is not what you expected. It is infinitely better. Before continuing the message, write this word of faith in the comments. My eyes open to your truth, Lord. By doing this, you are giving your permission for your spiritual eyes to be opened, for the veil of your perception to be removed. Now, continuing the message, I invite you to stop digging. Just sit with me here in the soil of your own being, and let me show you the shine that has always been under your feet. My precious soul, the first thing I always wanted to show you is that you have been looking in the wrong places. The world taught you to seek happiness, worth, and security on the outside, in the approval of others, in material achievements, in social status, in a perfect relationship. And you, like a diligent student, followed this map. You climbed the mountains of performance, sailed the seas of others' opinions, and at every peak reached, every harbor found, the feeling of emptiness persisted, because you were seeking living water in cracked cisterns. What you did not realize is that I planted in you, on the day of your creation, a spring of living water. Your external search kept you so busy that you forgot to drink from your own source. What you seek is not out there. The peace you crave will not come when your circumstances calm down. It already resides in your spirit, waiting to be accessed. The joy you seek is not in a future event. It is a fruit of my spirit, which already dwells in you. The love you desire will not come from a person who completes you. It already fills you in the form of my unconditional love, which is your very essence. You have been like someone dying of thirst by a river, because you are too busy looking for a well in the desert. Your relentless search has been your biggest distraction. It has kept you focused on what you lack, when I always wanted to show you the abundance of what you already possess in me. Your life is not an acquisition project, but a recognition project, of awakening to the wealth that is already yours by inheritance. Your true need is not for more things, but for more awareness of my presence in you, which is the answer to all your soul's questions. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust the Lord. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to stop searching and start finding, not in your own strength, but in my revelation. It is your act of turning from the desert to the river. If this message touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click on Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Continuing, your journey of 1,000 miles outward ends today with a single step inward, and it is in this inner place that your true life begins. My blessed soul, the second veil that prevented you from seeing what I always wanted to show you is the veil of your own story, as you have told it to yourself. Your mind has been a tireless storyteller, and the story it tells is often one of failure, loss, not good enough. You identify with your past mistakes. You define yourself by your wounds. You believe your story is a record of your limitations. And this story, which you repeat to yourself, has become a dark filter through which you see yourself, the world, and me. You cannot see the treasure I placed in you because your story tells you that you are not worthy of it. You cannot see the bright future I have for you because your story insists your future will be a repetition of your past. Today, as the original author of your life, I come to give you the true manuscript. The story I wrote about you is not one of failure, but of redemption. Every mistake of yours was a chapter where my grace could be the heroine. Every wound of yours was a scene where my healing power could be demonstrated. Your story, from my perspective, is not about your weakness. It is about my strength being perfected in it. You are not your story of pain. You are my story of love and redemptive power. And I am calling you today to stop reading the enemy's draft and start reading my masterpiece. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you wait for so much is in this verse, Psalm 139:14, which says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. This is not a generic truth. It is my description of you. You are a wonderful work, and your story woven by me is too. Write in the comments, I receive this message and am blessed, and send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that she is also a wonderful work of God. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light. And before we move on, let me lead you to something I prepared to further strengthen your faith. If you feel you need inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and prosperity aligned with my heart, there is a 31-day path waiting for you. Each day of this walk was created for me to speak to you in a deeper and more personal way. If you wish to follow this road, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let us continue the message. If you are not subscribed to the channel, do it now. By subscribing, you will receive daily pages of your true and glorious biography. Your perception of yourself is the canvas on which your life is painted. And today, I am giving you a new and clean canvas, my beloved soul, for you to embrace this new story and see the treasure within you. A cleaning action needs to be done. You need to free yourself from the ghosts of the past that haunt your perception. And the tool for this is forgiveness. Your inability to see yourself as I see you is directly linked to your refusal to forgive. First, forgive others. Every person who, with their words or actions, contributed to your negative self-image. Those who criticized you, diminished you, made you feel inadequate. The resentment you hold against them is what keeps their voice alive in your head. Forgiving is your act of pressing the mute button on the remote control of your mind. It is you saying, your opinion is no longer my reality. Your voice no longer has authority in my life. I release you, and by doing so, I free myself from your power over me. Second, and most crucial, forgive yourself. You are your harshest critic. You remember every failure, every thoughtless word, every missed opportunity, and you use these memories as proof for your story of, I am not good enough. My daughter, hear my truth. If I, the judge of the entire universe, declared you forgiven and righteous through the sacrifice of my son, who are you to continue keeping yourself in the prison of guilt? Your self-condemnation is an act of pride, which says your mistake is stronger than my grace, and that will never be true. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you would like to forgive. Visualize each of them, send love and say, I forgive you and set you free. Peace be with you. Let them feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. This act of forgiveness is your great cleaning. It is you washing the mirror of your soul, removing the stains of bitterness and guilt, so it can finally reflect the clear and bright image of who I created you to be. You cannot see the treasure within you if your eyes are still cloudy with the unforgiven tears of the past. My precious soul, with the veil of wrong perception removed and your true story revealed, what is then this great treasure I always wanted to show you? The treasure is your intrinsic and unconditional worth. You have lived as if your worth were something to be proved, to be earned. You have sought it in your successes, in your appearance, in your usefulness to others. and this has kept you on a treadmill of exhaustion, always running for the next validation. The truth I always wanted to show you is that your worth is not in what you do, it is in who you are, and you are mine. Think of a master's work of art. Its value is not in its utility. You do not use a Rembrandt painting to fan the fire. Its value is in the artist's signature, in the unique beauty he imprinted on the canvas. You are my work of art. My signature is in your DNA. Your value is incalculable, not because of your perfection, for every work of art has its small imperfections that make it unique, but because you were made by the master's hands. Your value was also sealed by the price paid for you. I did not pay a low price. I paid the highest price in the universe, the life of my son. You are not a clearance item. You are the treasure for which the king gave his own kingdom. Do you understand the depth of this? Your search for worth ended the moment you accepted this sacrifice. You no longer need to prove anything. You have already been tested, weighed on heaven's scales, and declared infinitely valuable. This truth is your rest. It is your liberation from the tyranny of performance. It is your permission to simply be, knowing your being is already more than enough. Living from this truth changes everything. You stop comparing yourself because a unique work of art does not compare with another. You stop fearing failure because your worth is not in your success. And you start loving others, not to gain worth, but because you are already overflowing with it. My blessed soul, this treasure of your unconditional worth once discovered is not to be buried again. It has a purpose. It becomes the source of your true power and your most authentic contribution to the world. Your old way of operating was from lack. You served to be loved. You gave to be accepted. And this often led you to burnout and resentment. Your new way of operating, from the awareness of your worth, is from overflow. You do not give to receive. You give because you are already full. You do not serve to be valued. You serve because you already know your value and want to share this wealth with others. Your service ceases to be a burden and becomes a joy. Your love ceases to be a negotiation and becomes a free gift. And it is this kind of service, this kind of love, that truly transforms the world. It has no hidden agenda of need, but only the pure intention to bless. Your life becomes a river flowing from the inexhaustible source of your worth in me, bringing life wherever it goes. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope, a simple, Lord, let the revelation of my worth in you make me a channel of your love to the world, is a prayer aligning your treasure with my purpose. What I always wanted to show you was not just for your own liberation, but for you to become a liberator. A woman who knows her worth in me is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. She cannot be manipulated by fear nor controlled by guilt. She is free, and her freedom becomes an invitation to the freedom of everyone around her. My precious soul, how do you live? Starting today, in the daily awareness of this treasure, of this truth I always wanted to show you. It is a practice. It is a new habit for your soul. Your old practice was constant self-evaluation. Your new practice is self-acceptance in grace. Your first daily practice is the morning declaration. Every morning before anything else, look in the mirror, into your own eyes, and declare your truth. I am the beloved daughter of God. My worth is unconditional and non-negotiable. I do not need to prove anything today. I just need to be. This act of proclaiming your identity sets the tone for a day of peace and security. Your second daily practice is the truth filter. Throughout your day, you will be bombarded by voices, external and internal, trying to measure your worth with the world's ruler. Learn to pass each of these voices through the filter of my truth. When a criticism comes, ask, does this align with what my Father says about me? If not, discard it. When comparison arises, ask, does this honor my uniqueness as God's masterpiece? If not, reject it. You become the guardian of your own heart, allowing only my truth to enter. Your third daily practice is the celebration of grace. At the end of the day, instead of making an inventory of your failures, make an inventory of the moments when my grace was sufficient, where you were patient when you wanted to explode, where you loved when it was difficult. Give thanks not for your performance, but for my presence operating through you. Declaration, filter, and celebration. These are the disciplines of your new life. A life not of striving to achieve worth, but of resting in the worth that is already yours. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of our revelation and the beginning of your life of discovery. The search is over. The treasure has been found. Together, we saw that what you were looking for was not far, but within. We removed the veil of the wrong story and cleaned the ground with forgiveness. And I could finally show you what I always wanted, your own reflection, shining with the inestimable worth I gave you myself. Now, your life is no longer a question. It is an answer. The answer to the question of your worth, your purpose, your place in the world. For my part, I promise you, I will be your constant mirror. I will continue to reflect your true beauty, your true identity back to you. I will be your inexhaustible source of love and acceptance, from which you can drink every moment of every day. Your part, my daughter, is simply to keep looking. It is to choose every day to see yourself through my eyes, and not the eyes of the world. It is to live from this truth, even if your feelings by habit try to tell you otherwise. Leave this meeting with a new dignity, the dignity of a priceless masterpiece, the dignity of a king's daughter loved beyond measure. You have nothing left to prove. You have only a life to live, to enjoy, to overflow. And this, my beloved, is what I always wanted to show you. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "I am a masterpiece of God, loved, and of inestimable value." Your words strengthen your faith and also light the path for other people who need this light. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we close, I need to lead you to something I prepared especially for you. I have seen your search for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, a new purpose and prosperity that comes from my hands. None of this is by chance. When your heart cries out, I open paths. Therefore, through this channel, I have placed before you a guided walk guide of 31 days, a process where daily I can speak with more depth to your spirit. This is not just an ebook. It is a path of restoration, alignment, and growth, created to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and open doors you never imagined. If you feel this call, access the link I left in the description and also in the first pinned comment of this video. Start this course of healing, reconnection, purpose, and prosperity today. I will be with you on every page, guiding your steps and lighting your path. If this message touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving my word. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.